Hi guys, welcome to Simproved, Fry speaking here, and this time I'm going to show you how I have built this amazing and huge estate. I've called it the Greystone estate because, well, it's made out of grey stones mostly. Yeah, I'm sorry because some of you guys maybe already know that I have big issues and problems with finding good names for my builds, so if you have any suggestions, just write them in the comments. So I'm sorry if this is like a really boring name, but yeah, as a German it's like really hard for me sometimes to, to get some good sounding English names that I can pronounce. So yeah, I hope you like it still. It is very big. It has, I guess, about 5 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms, but I'm not going to furnish them because I've built this for a collab with Nugua, and she's going to furnish this amazing house. And if you want to see that, you should check out her channel. She's also doing some other Let's Plays other than Sims. It's really cool. You really have to check out her channel, and I will put everything you need to know about that in the video description below, so maybe check it out and have a look at it. So anyways, let's talk a little bit about the build here. It is a really huge lot, I would say. I mean, it's still a really huge house. I just wanted to do something different, apart from the eco complex, which was very modern, and the micro homes, which are pretty small. Pretty mini, and well, the flower series is pretty cute, so I wanted to build something, well, I wouldn't say normal, but yeah, more normal looking maybe. So this is maybe a house that you may have seen like on these wall and crypts sites with these amazing good looking big estates and manors and mansions and villas, and I wanted to do something like this too, just for the fun, and thought maybe I can pull something like this off as well. And well, I hope you like it because I think it turned out pretty great, and I'm pretty sure that Nugua is going to furnish it really good, so it will be a very beautiful lot at the end. So yeah, it is 2 levels high. Do you say it like this? It has 2 levels, and yeah, like I said, it has about, I planned it for 5 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms, so if you have 8 Sims or even more with the cheat, then there's plenty of space for them. So it is a pretty huge estate, and I mostly chose the gray colors, hence the name Greystone estate, and just wanted to experiment a little bit more with these Tudor wallpaper because these come also in a more silver grayish color, and I just liked it. It looks a little bit different than the usual, I would say, Tudor look that I know from the German the German houses that we have here in Germany. And well, they usually have like dark brownish wood timber framing, I would say. And here in Windenburg, or with a new expansion pack called Get Together, there also came some gray looking ones, and I really like them, and I've never seen something like this in real life. I mean, maybe this exists, but here in Germany we mostly have these darker wooden tones, of course, for the timber framing. So yeah, I wanted to use that and use that wallpaper, and I really have to say that it looks fantastic. I really like it. It's really cool, and I've already said in so many of my videos that I really like these Tudor wallpapers that we got with the expansion pack because it looks so much more detailed on every lot. It looks really great for these kind of lots that are like a little bit more traditional looking, I would say. I really wanted to use it as often as I can because yeah, I always think it looks so pretty then, and so much more detailed and realistic, and yeah, you catch my drift. I always like to build very realistic and very detailed, and that's what I've done here as well. At first I wanted to have it like a more like renovated huge house, so I wanted to use like the modern windows first, but it didn't work out for me because they mostly covered the nice wallpaper, and I really wanted to show this amazing wallpaper. So yeah, I changed it back to like these normal windows, I would say like average windows with the shutters. I just thought they fit the style, of course. I used them in white, so it is basically a pretty white build, very gray, a lot of white, not very colorful this time because I like to build colorful, but I just I always like to build something different, and I want to use every object that we have in the game in some of my builds, so I haven't used a lot of these white But then in the end I just thought that maybe the red roof, just, you know, to make it a little bit more interesting and to give some contrast here, would look pretty nice. So the roof is staying in red, and I just thought it looks pretty cool because on the lot that I've placed it, it's in Willow Creek. You have that in the base game, this world, and it is so cute with these cherry trees on the side and the river there, and I just thought it is like a nice contrast to the green environment, and it looks really cool. It's like a pop of color, but yeah, I think the house still catches your attention somehow with the red roof. I just like it. It looks really cool. So in the backyard there was some space, but since I'm not furnishing the backyard, I wasn't sure what I'm going to do there. So at the end there's going to be like a fountain, and a really nice, I made like a nice shape around the fountain with floor tiles there, so it looks a little bit more interesting. And of course I've cluttered it all up with lots and lots of flowers and plants and trees, because you know me, I just simply can't without cluttering something up. And since I couldn't furnish it, because that's what Nugua is going to do, I wanted to give some variety with the flowers and the arrangements and so on. I also mixed up a little bit in the fencing. Is it called fencing? Well, the fence around the house, I used two types of fences, so it looks a little bit more interesting there as well, and a little bit more detailed. Maybe they have renovated or restored, I don't know how it's called, parts of the old fence, and have like replaced it with these white fence that's made out of wooden planks. And yeah, so this is what I've done there too, to make it as detailed as possible, of course. And at the end I'm also putting some of these really cool roof decorations that we got with the Get Together expansion pack as well, because I've used them massively on the last build, the dojo and spa that I did with the Great Symphony, and yeah, I really liked them in this build, so I wanted to add them on almost every build that is like a little bit more traditional looking, because I always like the extra detail, and I always take the time to put all of these roof decorations that we got there, so it looks a little bit more like an estate, like a manor, you know, a little bit more fancy. And they also have like a, how is it called, like a drive-in rondel, something like this. I don't know how it's called in English, but I've made some space, so there's technically, if the Sims would have like a car, then they could like drive onto the lot and park their car there. If you want to make it look a little bit more realistic, you could use like a toy car from The Sims 4 and make it bigger with the cheat. So you could like do the trick that lots of people do on the Sims 4 gallery, as I've seen. So you use some toy cars and of course like make them bigger so they look like real cars, and you can place them so it looks as if your Sims have like a real car, which is pretty cool. A nice little, I would say, trick. And yeah, so this could totally be possible. Maybe you consider it. And then of course at the end I've put lots and lots of these wines and these rose wines, bushes, something like this, onto the lot, because I just love it to put these on these houses nowadays, because I think it looks so much more older and overgrown like this. Like old houses usually always have like some ivy around it, right? So that's like how these houses look in Germany, because it's very typical to have like lots and lots of ivy, or even wine. I mean, wine is not like, so, I don't know, you don't grow it like that high on your house, I would say. I don't know how it is in your country, but I've never seen it actually to grow that high on a house, so that's usually ivy or something like this. So yeah, I always try to put some ivy there and some of these interesting looking wall decorations that we have there in the Sims 4 game. I think it looks much more detailed like this, and yeah, it's just how I see some of these houses sometimes, and I think it looks really cool. So yeah, I always like the green, I always like landscaping, so I highly recommend you to use them in your game, because it always looks fabulous if you use a lot of these green. There's nothing really special about the backyard. As I've said, it's not furnished, it's just like, in the build mode. So I've planted some really cool flowers, like always made like a set for myself, which is about like always like 6 flowers or bushes and so on, and then I use them throughout the build, because I don't want to clutter it too much with too many different looking plants, I would say. So it has like some coherence, but it's also still a little bit chaotic and yeah, interesting like this. Yeah, that's basically it. If you want to download this, it is of course up on the Sims 4 gallery. It is called the Greystone Estate, like I've said. Maybe you want to furnish it yourself, you can grab it there, and I will also put the link to that in the video description, so you can just with one click download it into your game and maybe have fun. So yeah, that's everything. Please check out Nugua's channel. Everything you need to know about that is in the video description, and that's basically it. Enjoy the screenshots, and I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye bye!